The following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
Score it. Pressure coming, got to let it go. Throws it out there. Got it! Touchdown! Brings it back to South Carolina State. First to the 15, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Israel Flowers. For the second week in a row, the South Carolina State Bulldogs in the state of Florida. This week is Daytona Beach's Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field, to take on their former MEAC rival, now SWAC foe, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. The Cats are coached by Terry Sims. They were demolished last week by the Miami Hurricanes 70-13. Now, South Carolina State didn't fare much better, losing to Central Florida 56-10. Which team will take that next step and get that first win? We're about to find out. All right, we're talking with South Carolina State head football coach Buddy Pough for the Bethune-Cookman game. Coach, tell me a little bit about this Bethune-Cookman team, and first off, the weather element and how that may play a factor.
Well, it's definitely going to play a factor. It's hot as all get out here, and you're playing on turf, so it's 90 degrees, and you got smoke coming out of the doggone ground, so you're going to have some issues that way. But at the same time, we generally do better in these kind of places than the teams that you think would be better. These teams are warm weather teams, and we sometimes come in and do better than they do. So we tell our guys to be ready because we think that we might get the better of it today.
Bethune was in a better situation, or in the same situation we were last week, taking on the Miami Hurricanes, Coach. But as far as the way they did, they actually moved the football, created problems for Miami early in that football game that Hurricanes had to get back into it. We know they've got weapons. What are your most concerns with this football team?
Yeah, their quarterback played better than ours did last week, and it was one of those kind of deals where he threw the ball nicely down the field, and then he scrambled around and made some plays that way too. It's getting to the point where your quarterback in college football needs to have a little bit of mobility about him because he can make some plays that way. So they've got a guy that transferred from all over. He's finally made it to them. He's here now. We think we got to find a way to stop him because he's the guy that stirs their drink right now. He's the guy that makes it happen for them.
They got a few spoons over there because you start talking about the quarterback, Jalen Jones, but Kamari Everett, the big tight end, and the two running backs, Sean Bird and Jimmy Robinson III. And I did not realize, I said, did Jimmy Robinson not graduate already?
Like
no, this is Jimmy Robinson III. The other kid was a junior. But anyhow, talk about those athletes that they have.
Well, first off, the tight end's a big old guy that pushes off a bunch after the fact sometimes. So we've been talking a little bit about the fact that he does that kind of stuff. Bird, the running back, he's a back out of backfield catching balls. Not only that, he runs the football really hard. So, they've got the pieces in place. Their offensive line, I think is a little bit possibly suspect, but at the same time, they're big old pretty things. On defense, they seem to have a little bit better inside personnel. Their defensive tackles have come on and they're starting to really play well. They got a couple quick twitchy kind of guys inside, and then they're always good in the skill area of the defensive side of the ball. So we got to figure out how to make those guys a little bit uncomfortable in some of the conflict areas. We got to make them think it's run and it's pass, and we got to make them think it's pass and it's run. Some of that kind of stuff, and we can do those kind of things. And we think we've got a formula for how we did it last year, kind of similar at least to how we did it last year when it was going good. Then we'll see if we can make this happen today.
You start talking about those two facets of the game. Special teams plays an important part as well. Mm-hmm. We had some up and down moments in the special teams last week. But of course, Darnell Dees, running back punts and kicks, he didn't get an opportunity against Miami. But of course, we know what he can do if he gets it.
Do we know what he can do? He is a house at any time he gets his hands on it kind of guy. We got to figure out how to kick it away from him. We just don't feel comfortable putting him in a position where he can actually have a good, running lane that way. So we'll figure out how to make sure that we do some stuff. We've had some plans out there. The key to it all is that we don't do anything boneheaded ourselves, in the kicking game. We had a pretty good sized boo-boo this past game. We're looking forward to getting back and seeing if we can make the special teams more of a positive this week than they were last week.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Thanks so much, bro.
All right. Dyson's got the indication, and here he comes. End over end kick. In is deep. It's going to be Darnell Dees at the 2 on the right side, at the 5. He's at the 10, at the 15, at the 20. Bounces it outside. Dees trying to get outside, makes a man miss. He's at the 25, trying to turn the corner. Chasing him is Hezekiah Massey. Man in motion, slips down. Jones keeps himself, and Jones gets on the outside and gets upfield. Gets the first down at the 35, at the 40. At the 45, run down and pushed out of bounds by Aaron Smith. Kind of pistol formation for Bethune. They snap it back to Jalen Jones. Jones stops, wants to pass, wrapped up. Jablonski Green with the sack, but he gets it away. They're going to rule him down, give Jablonski the sack back at the 45-yard line from the shotgun. Long snap count. There's the snap. Play action fake. Jones throws it out. It's got a man intercepted. South Carolina State coming up with an interception for the Bulldogs. That is number 0, Zion Keefe, the safety transfer from Wake Forest. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 48 of Bethune-Cookman. Handoff, Kendrell Flowers bounces it outside at the 45. Kendrell at the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. Another Bulldog first down. Shotgun snap. Jalen Jones looking for the screen, steps up in the pocket, throws it. It's caught over the middle at the 35, down to the 30-yard line. On the reception, that's Darryl Powell. Jones back to pass. Jones in trouble, flips it out. It's intercepted. This time it is B.J. Davis. Davis cuts back at the 45. Davis down to the 40-yard line. Second interception. Shotgun snap, Corey. Play action fake, throws it in. Caught with the catch, Yancey Washington for a first down. His first catch of the season, down to the 18. Shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Corey back to pass. Corey looking, holds it, throws the pass, caught by Richard Bailey. Bailey down to the 1-yard line. Snap it back to Corey, gives it to Kendrell. Up the middle, Kendrell, touchdown, South Carolina State. Kendrell Flowers with the 1-yard carry. With 2:14 to go here in the first quarter, a score, South Carolina State 7, Bethune-Cookman nothing. Dyson gets the okay from the officials and approaches. High end-over-end kicks going to be fielded by Dees at the 9-yard line on the right side at the 10, at the 15, at the 20. Dees up the field at the 30, just like that at the 35, all the way up to the 40. Fumble the football. It's on the turf. It's recovered by Bethune-Cookman, but the football was loose, and Bethune got it back, but nearly disaster for the Wildcats. There's a shotgun snap. Handoff inside. Hit in the backfield and slung to the turf. It's number 5, Quayshawn Bird. He is slung down. Dyson gets off a beauty. My goodness, Dyson, look at that thing go. It hits and it checks up at the 3. Bulldogs stop it at the 1-yard line. Bulldogs showing pressure, trying to get them to jump off sides. Kamari Everett goes in motion. Handoff inside, and on breaking it free is Quayshawn Bird up to the 19-yard line, got through the first level. Kendrell Moutry made the tackle in the backfield, but if Kendrell Moutry hadn't made that tackle, he would have gone 98 yards.
He'd have still been running.
There's the snap. It's low. Corey picks it up, hands it off to Corey Benson, and hands it off. I don't know how he broke a tackle at the 15, down to the 12. Snap. Gavin's toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. With 7 minutes to go here in the first half, our score, South Carolina State 10, Bethune-Cookman nothing. Shotgun snap in motion from left to right. Football in the center of the field. They attack left to right. Looking for somebody to hand off. There's a blown cover to throw it out. It is intercepted by South Carolina State. Kendall Moutry has it. Moutry at the 45, trying to get upfield. At the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Simmons with the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. Simmons wants to run. Simmons now has got a lane to run. And gets around the corner at the 40, at the 35, at the 30. Goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Simmons running to the right, trying to get outside. Simmons has got to throw it to get ready. He doesn't get rid of it. He's tackled down. He's tackled in bounds. Clock is moving, 25 seconds. Bethune has got to hurry. Snaps good. Holds in it. It is blocked by South Carolina State. The football will go down. The clock will expire. And South Carolina State now has held Bethune-Cookman without any points. What a great play by the Bulldog defense. And Bethune-Cookman just sort of disintegrated, Bill. Our score at the half, South Carolina State 10, Bethune-Cookman nothing. All right, Coach, first half, Bethune-Cookman, we talk about opportunities that we didn't take advantage of. You're only up 10-0 at the half, and you think back to what it could have been. You could have been up 4 scores in the first half.
You're right. I was scared with that being the case. I thought we should have put a couple of those deep balls in, and we should have scored, a couple of other ways too. But you know what? It was one of those kind of deals where I was glad that we were playing as well as we were on defense. We had turned them over 2 or 3 times. It was a good effort for us the first half, and I thought we'd come back and play maybe better the second half because we felt that we were in good shape.
Schematically, Coach, in the first half, it was almost as if we knew what they were going to do because our guys were jumping routes, and every time they threw a ball, we were in the passing lane.
And I got to take my hat off to Coach Saxon. I challenged those guys early in the week to take that quarterback run package away from them because those guys had done a real good job against Miami the week before of rushing rushing with a similar kind of game plan that Central Florida had. against us. So they took that away first, and then after that, then they started to try to throw the football around a little bit, and that kind of took them right into our wheelhouse. I thought our guys did a nice job of defending the passing game. But what really helped us big time was the fact that we took away the quarterback run game.
On the offensive side, Coach, you finally get some offensive line push, and you had to kind of cobble together an offensive line because you had some guys injured, but you still got a big night from, of course, Ja'Cory Benson and then Kendrell Flowers.
Yeah, we lost Ian and Ian Shark, and we lost Nick Tate. So we lost both of the offensive guards that we started with the week before. We got a good game out of Dallas Ford, and then Jaden Johnson, our freshman from down to Goose Creek, South Carolina, played, I thought, really well. I played every snap for us in the game, so I was ecstatic by the fact that those guys made it through the game. Now, we ended up having to play the Davis kid from up at Lower Richland at the very end because Dallas went down for a while, and we actually tried to play Nick for a player too, but he couldn't go. So we were just patching that offensive line together, and those guys made it through. And you got to be real proud of those guys for making it happen that way.
All right, now was the end of the first half. South Carolina State led Bethune-Cookman 10-0. We'll have more of the Buddy Pough Show right after this timeout.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh, and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for nearly 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Prisma Health keeps South Carolina hearts beating strong. As the largest cardiovascular provider in the state and home to the only freestanding heart hospital dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of heart disease, we provide the heart care you need. With more innovative treatments like LVAD, more specialists, and more locations closer to you, we're doing even more to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, the heart and vascular experts.
Hey, South Carolina, you can make a choice for your Medicaid health plan. Choose Healthy Blue. With Healthy Blue, your whole family is covered for free or low-cost checkups and prescriptions, plus eye exams and glasses for kids and adults. Get all this and more from a plan backed by the Cross and Shield. The choice is easy. Get Healthy Blue now at choosehealthyblue.com/SC and get more from Medicaid.
All right, folks, it's time for the Prisma Health Injury Report for the Bethune-Cookman game. And, Coach, first off, it was hot.
It was.
Created a situation where it was a chance for a lot of injuries, a lot of hamstring kind of thing. How did we do injury-wise?
Well, we came out a little bit better, only mostly because we don't have a game next week. We got a bye week this coming week, so that allows us to maybe get some of these guys healed up. But we came into the game without both our starting offensive guards from the week before. Both Nick Tate and Ian Shark were out. So we had Dallas Ford to replace one of those, and Jaden Johnson, our freshman from Goose Creek, to replace the other. So we got that done. And then during the game, then we had things like Yancey Watson, our starting tight end, went down. And one of our corners, Jaden Brunson, got hurt.
And Jamari.
And then Jamar Benjamin went down for the rest of the game. So Jamar's out for I don't know how long. So it'll be interesting to get back to the house and figure out exactly all of who we got that might not necessarily be available for this coming week, but hopefully we can get them all back by the time we go to A&T 2 weeks from this week.
All right, and that is your Prisma Health Injury Report for the Bethune-Cookman game. We'll take a time out and come back with more on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
Think big. Something life-changing. I'm talking education. Let's get inventive. Blow things up in a good way. Do it for 20 years? Wake up and education has received billions in funding. Who does all this? If you've ever played one of these or these, that would be you. Yeah, thank you.
Kicker approaches. It's a high end over end kick, and Rakeem will field it at the 10, up the field at the 15, at the 20, at the 25, at the 30, at the 35. Can he get outside? He's at the 40. Rakeem dragging the pile up to the 45-yard line. What a wonderful return for Rakeem White. Give it to Kendrell up the middle. Kendrell breaks a tackle, gets forward to about the 46-yard line. Corey fields at quarterback. Shotgun snap. They give it to Kendrell. Kendrell bounces it outside, gets the first down at the 40. Kendrell still on his feet, bounces outside at the 35, and goes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Snap's good. Gets it down. Toe is in it. It is up. It is long enough, and it is good. Gavin Zimmerman, 10 of 10 on his career. Our score, South Carolina State 13, Bethune-Cookman nothing. Jones with the handoff, trying to get outside is Quishon Bird. Bird stops, cuts back. Bird trying to go on the other side of the field. He's got a lane. And there was I thought an illegal block. Bird still on his feet, pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Jones back to pass, pressure coming. Jones forced back. Look at the speed coming. Can't get him on the ground, gets around the corner, and he goes out of bounds just across the line of scrimmage. 4-down lineman for the Bulldogs. Jones back to pass. Here comes pressure. Floating out of the pocket. He's in trouble, and we're chasing him. And he throws it out of bounds. Got outside of the tackle box. Patrick Godbolt again. 4-down lineman, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Corey Fields keeps it himself over the right side at the 30. Corey stumbles down at the 13. I thought he could maintain his footing. Bailey and Brown are to the right. Shack's to the left. Shack's yet to catch a pass here tonight. They've had 2 come his way, but hadn't caught one yet. Inside handoff, Kendrell Flowers bounces it outside, cuts back in at the 40. At the 45, still on his feet at the 50. He's at the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. Cuts back at 10, 5, touchdown, Kendrell Flowers. What a run by Kendrell Flowers. 68 yards for the score. Bulldogs, 4-down lineman. B.J. Davis moving around trying to confuse the defense. Jones looked right, now rolling left. Jablonski Green Jr. coming after him. Pass is caught at the 45-yard line, at the 50, driven out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jones looking that way. Jones steps up in the pocket. He's got a lane. He can take off. Dwayne Nichols trying to run him down. He's got 10 yards, 13 yards on the pickup, down to the 15-yard line. They get it down. Toe is in it. It is up. Good pressure. It is good. So the Wildcats are on the board with 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Our score, South Carolina State 20, Bethune-Cookman 3. Cats kicking off from right to left. They kick it high. Rakeem will drift over at the 7 and take it. On the right side at the 15, he's at the 20, at the 25, at the 30. Break speed at 35, at the 40. Look at his speed. Back up to the 45-yard line. Shotgun snap, Jones. Pressure coming. Jones steps up, and he's got a lane. Boy, he's 35, 30, 25, 20. Jones hit, clipped out of bounds by Jamari Benjamin. Jalen Jones tried to draw us off sides. That didn't work. They snap it back to him. Jones under pressure. Jones nearly sacked. Gets out. He's got room. Now Aaron Smith comes up. Aaron Smith's got to make an open field tackle. Doesn't do it. And Jones still on his feet, spinning. Wow, what a run by Jalen Jones. Made the spin. Got down to the 5. They thought he was going out of bounds. He didn't go out of bounds. It is 1st and goal. Snap it back to Jones. Jones gives it inside. Quishon Bird goes forward. Bird should be into the end zone for the score. One receiver to the left. That's Shaq Davis. I don't think Shaq's caught a pass here tonight. Back to pass. They're throwing it long. Shaq eyes the ball, catches it at the 40, at the 45. Shaq at the 50, at the 45, 40. One man to beat. He's going all the way. 5, touchdown, Shaq Davis. Oh, my goodness.
Only reception of the night.
Franklin, the quarterback, back to pass. Here comes pressure. My goodness, God, but intercepted by South Carolina State. This is B.J. Davis at the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. B.J.'s going all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina State with 1:45 to go in the game. From Daytona Beach, Florida, Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field, South Carolina State gets to win 33-9 over the Wildcats. All right, Coach, to begin the second half, you begin with possession. Second week in a row to start a football game, you win the toss, you get to defer, and now coming out of the second half, we felt, Bill Hamilton and I felt that we had to get something going on that first drive.
We needed to, and we did kind of, sort of. We had a couple instances where we could have probably made even more, but our guys did get the ball on the field. We had one big third down conversion. I think Jaden Smith had a nice catch. Right, and then from there we got down close and didn't quite get where we need to, but then Gavin Zimmer made a nice field goal for us, knocked it right through, and we were up 13-0 at that point. So I felt good about the fact that we had taken 5 minutes off the clock at the beginning of the first half, at the beginning of the second half, and we had scored some points.
So now 13-0, South Carolina State goes back, and finally we get some big plays. Kendrell Flowers got you started.
You're right, and Kendrell can go when when I can figure out how to get him going. So he went to town on them and had a big run on the touch. And Justin Smith-Brown had a great block for him out on the edge at that same time. So we were excited about Justin block as much as we were.
Kendrell Flowers' run was 67 yards.
Exactly. And then we go from there down later in the game where we get a big play out of Shaq Davis that way. So our guys came on and made some nice plays for us at some critical times that really, kind of sealed the deal for us.
That Shaq Davis play was an 87-yard catch. He didn't have a catch till that point of the ball game.
Third and like 10 or 12 or somewhere in that neck of the woods. So, it was a tough deal. And Corey hit a deep ball, found it. Thank you. I was so happy because he missed that one early. And I said, Corey, throw the ball at the goalpost. Throw the ball at the goalpost. So he finally hit one in a way where it made a big play for us, and Shaq ran away from everybody. So it was a lot of fun to watch that.
And then the Bulldog defense on the other side, a guy who's always trying to make plays, B.J. Davis, got an interception, took it back to the house. And I teased, I said, I think those guys remember Jablonski last week, as even Kendrell on his last few blocks waited, got into the end zone. B.J. did the same thing on the interception.
And I was so proud of B.J. in the fact that, he's made some plays from time to time that, sometimes I don't necessarily want to talk about. So there's some situations out there that, we got to kind of fix from time to time, but he can play on Saturday. And we need to try to figure out how to get him to make a few more of those kind of plays. And then we had a couple other guys, Zion Keith, our junior college transfer, our grad transfer from Wake Forest, over at Florence, South Carolina, had a nice couple plays early in the game, interception, some other plays that way. So had another interception that I thought he was going to make, but at the same time, we starting to get some real contributions. And our defense, I thought, really played well and made a lot of big plays for us.
Bulldogs get the win over Bethune-Cookman, 33-9. We'll take another time out here on the Buddy Pough Show, and we'll tell you what's up next for your South Carolina State Bulldogs after these messages.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for nearly 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Why do we travel? Why do we fly? Are we called by the excitement of untold adventures in faraway places? Driven to shape the future of our world, or to share our world with future generations? We designed Columbia Metropolitan Airport for you, and her, and them. So when the day arrives for your next journey, we'll be ready to get you there. Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly with ease.
Hi. Hi. Oh, we all just got new smartphones at Cricket. Hi. Hi. Hola. Hi. Hi. Okay, bye. Bye.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
All right, Coach, Bulldogs get a week off, third game of the season, but really it could not come at a better time.
You're exactly right. We've got lots of nicks and bruises. We need to go back and see if we can fix, as many of those guys as we can. We got A&T next, and that's a big ball game for us. We got to figure out, those guys have beaten us a bunch of times in a row now.
6 in a row, Coach.
I'm tired of that now, so we got to figure out how to get back and see if we can get after A&T. Now, they play at North Dakota State this week, so I'm thinking that might not be pretty for them. And then they play Duke the following week, so we got a chance for them to come in there, kind of, on a limping kind of deal. So hopefully we can get in there and be really ready to play and get ready for those guys and get healthy to play those guys.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Buddy Pough Show. South Carolina State with a big win over Bethune-Cookman by a score of 33-9 down in Daytona Beach. That's going to be it. We appreciate you watching on the Buddy Pough Show. We hope to see you in 2 weeks when the Bulldogs take on the North Carolina A&T Aggies in Greensboro, and hope to see you, of course, in 2 weeks right here back on Valley Sports Southeast on the Buddy Pough Show.